All right, what is up, my fellow horror freaks and geeks? This is Cutting Deep, the home for everything horror. I'm your host, Jordan Wright, with my co-host, the Old Turtle Den.
Hello.
And today we are actually going to be diving into some movies that we cannot wait to see in 2020, but we have a list of 8 here. So we're just going to kind of go down, just briefly talk about them, why we're excited about them, and let's get started. So the first film here, I think is probably one of the most anticipated right now in the horror genre, and it's Halloween Kills.
Yep, I agree. The first one that came out just kind of made everybody go, oh, wow, okay. Like, it's kind of like, I know there's some people that are not extremely happy about it, but I think for the most part, everybody is happy about it.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, coming out of the gate with that Halloween movie and it just hitting it out of the park, and I guess almost every avenue, you know?
Yeah.
You can't help but be excited for the next one that comes after.
I'm just kind of like, please don't mess it up. Keep it going. Keep the momentum going.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm kind of like whatever on is these titles.
Yes.
For it, because I guess the next one after this is Halloween Ends.
Okay,
and this is Halloween Kills.
Yeah, they're kind of, I don't know, what would you put it? What kind of word would you say that is? Uninspired?
It just seems like too simple.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I would have liked like a little sub name or something. But whatever. That doesn't have anything to do with how good the movie's going to be. But this is something I'm absolutely excited for just after seeing the first one and it being so phenomenal.
Yeah, I have the most hype for this horror movie out of any of the other horror movies.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to number 2, which is The Conjuring 3. I'm excited for this just because it's still that Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
Right, and I really do like these movies. Now,
who's directing this one?
That's a good question. Director Michael Chaves, I think is his name. Chaves.
Okay, so it won't be Juan.
No, I don't think he's directed these for a while. Let's see, what has he done? Michael Chaves. Let me pull up his IMDb just real quick, just to see who this guy is. Okay, so it could be Chavs. Okay, he did The Curse of La Llorona.
Okay.
He did that movie. It seems like, what did he do this for? Director? And I think that's all he's done for horror.
Did you watch that one?
No, I have not, actually, because is that connected? That's not connected, right?
I'm not sure. I kind of just walked in on somebody watching it, and I thought it was okay.
I know it's a Warner Brothers made movie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't think it's connected anyway, because that's its own, like Mexican folktale, right?
Right.
But he is doing The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. See, like, that's kind of a cool name. Like, Halloween. Get some inspiration.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that is kind of a cool name. The Conjuring 2 came out 2016, so 4 years later. That's not too big of a gap. It's pretty good.
And Juan did not direct that one, did he?
Yeah, it does show that he directed that.
Oh, okay, cool. So he did.
So he directed the first 2, and it just looks like he's just bailing on 3, though.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Just because the Conjuring universe is like one of Juan's universes that still I like, because I kind of jumped off of Insidious.
Okay.
The last key, I forget. I think that was the last one that was made. It was okay. It was good, but not my favorite. But The Conjuring, absolutely loved the first one. The second one was really good too. I actually have the poster right behind me, right here.
There
The Conjuring 2. So I really like that film. So definitely excited for this third installment to see what are they gonna do.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna close it off with 3 or they're gonna just keep going.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see. All right, moving on. Number 3 is going to be Candyman.
Interesting. I remember the old one, so.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the original. I do remember seeing it once or twice, so I'm probably gonna have to go back and rewatch the movie, just to get like kind of refamiliarized with the whole thing. But I mean, biggest thing I think that's very exciting about this is Jordan Peele's name attached to it.
I think it's interesting because he's done like these like psychological like mind bendy ones, and this is more of a just almost, is it paranormal what Candyman is? It's going to be interesting to see him go down this lane.
Right. Yeah, I think it is kind of paranormal. Yeah, so it's definitely going to be a different kind of spin for what he's used to, right?
Yeah, it'll be nice to see, because I feel like he has good like twisted ideas. It's gonna be cool to see it in a different part of horror rather than where he was before.
Right. Yeah, and then we got director Nia DaCosta doing Candyman.
Okay, so what is Peele doing?
He is producing.
He's just producing. Okay.
Yeah, he is producing. So, but you know what? Even being a producer, you still have some creative decisions when it comes to the story elements and things like that.
Yeah.
So he still could put a lot of his twisted ideas, and he's probably going to help fund the movie, so you can get the right people around to make something good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'm kind of curious more than anything.
Yeah, I'm more curious too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially after seeing Get Out and hearing about Us, like that we've already talked about.
Yep.
Yeah, this is definitely very interesting. Okay,
Yep.
So that was number 3. Number 4, Quiet Place 2. Absolutely excited for this one.
Yes, this one's. I have a special connection to this one just because the same producers that are going to do the upcoming Ninja Turtles reboot did this one, so I'm always watching what they do,
Right.
and so I'm curious to see how this is going to come out.
Yeah, I love the first one, the idea and everything about it. I mean, sound is such a like important element for horror films,
Yeah.
and the absence of sound is also a big key factor, and that's what that original movie did. So it's going to be awesome to see how the story progresses on this one. And I'm not gonna lie, got a big crush on Emily Blunt, so going for a little eye candy as well. But
Her and Krasinski just seem to really love this franchise.
yeah,
They seem to be really invested in it, from what I can tell.
Yeah, and I guess he's directing this.
Yes, the husband, right?
Yeah.
Krasinski. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's gonna be cool to see. They took that cool idea of like absence of sound and being quiet and building the suspense that way. And you know how sometimes movies, when it's done over and over again, can kind of get like predictable and kind of old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious to see going into this movie if I get that feeling.
Right.
If I get that feeling like, oh, it's just the same thing as the first movie. I'm kind of curious about the scare beats is what I'm saying. Like, I'm curious to see if they're going to just copy and paste the scare beats from the original and just put it onto this one.
Right. Me too. I feel like I have a good feeling for this one just because from what I've seen. It just seems like they're really invested in it, and it feels like it has heart. A movie that has heart.
Yeah, and I think the story's going to be good too.
Yeah.
Because these are based on characters created by Brian Woods and Scott Beck, is what it says here on Google. So this story has been crafted, so it's definitely, I think the plot of it will be okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely another one looking forward to.
Mhm.
All right, so that was number 4. Number 5, this one is kind of a curious one too. The Purge 5.
Oh yeah, the Purge franchise.
How many of these have you seen?
I think I've only seen like 2 of them and like parts of the other one.
So I'm curious to see where they go with Purge 5. It's kind of, again, going back on that thing like I talked about in Quiet Place. They've already done it like so many times. It's kind of getting old, and each Purge felt like, how many times can you really do this?
Right.
And that's why I'm curious to see this Purge 5. They might have changed some things around.
Personally, they've already lost me. I have no interest in these.
Yeah, I know you don't.
I have no interest in these Purge movies anymore. It's become too gimmicky. Or maybe I don't know what it is. I do not just have the interest to go see these.
They pretty much, in my idea or in my like retrospective, they're making these movies so they can market it for horror nights in October.
Oh, I see.
Is what it looks like, because they always have a Purge themed maze or scare zone or something, like shirts, memorabilia, and it's perfect because in Horror Nights you walk around like streets. What better than to have themed actors from your movie that your studio made with all these creepy guys wearing masks?
You're talking about Universal Studios, like the park.
The park, yeah, the little Horror Nights where you go. It's like a little amusement park thing.
Yeah.
All right, going down the line. What are we on now? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on 6. Okay, 6. So this is all you. I have no idea what this is. Never seen the first one, but it's Peninsula.
Oh, so this is Train to Busan sequel. Train to Busan presents Peninsula, and I don't know much about it. Just doing the research here for upcoming 2020 horror films, it popped up, and you had never seen the first one, so I was just recommending it to you to just see the first one because it's so good. It's really good quality zombie movie, and seeing that they're doing a sequel to it, I didn't even know. That's fantastic news. That you cannot not see this one just off the quality alone of the first one. The first one's for free, by the way, somewhere, I believe on Vudu or Crackle. So, those apps you can use that play the ads like in between every once in a while.
Yes.
Just watch it on those, and you'll thank me later. It's a really good movie.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it looks interesting just from the images that I can see here. The poster looks pretty epic, not gonna lie. Yeah, definitely one that I will check out and go watch the first one. So number 7 is, okay, so this is kind of an interesting one for us. And this is called Malignant, is what I think it's how it's pronounced. So this is like this is a new James Wan film. There's not much like released right now about the plot, but this is kind of like James Wan going back to his roots, because after he did Aquaman, I remember he came out publicly and said that like he has something in the works that he's gonna go back to his roots, meaning his horror film roots. And I believe that's what this movie is, because I remember him posting this on social media like not too long after. And he was like, yeah, just started production. I think this was in December, if I recall, that he posted about this, one of the photos. And so I'm very interested because I'm a big James Wan fan. Okay, I love a lot of the stuff that he did with Annabelle, with Saw, of course, even The Conjuring, Insidious, the first movie. Like I'm a big fan of like the stuff that he's done. So I'm very interested to see what this movie's about, because I have literally no idea what this could be. I've been hearing talks of a new Saw movie. This is definitely not that movie, but
No.
I'm just curious to see what this is going to be about, because I have no idea.
I remember when the story you're telling me about when he posted that he was working on some mystery film. Just the fact that he's wrapped it in this kind of secrecy is already kind of hyping me up a little bit. Like, he must be hiding something good, is what I'm thinking.
Right, it's that mystery to it.
Yeah, you wouldn't like put so much security around it if you didn't believe in it, I don't think.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this, because he's also doing the story. So yeah.
Oh yes.
So it's him and somebody else too that wrote the screenplay. I think it's a good friend of his from film school or something like that. But yeah, so that's very interesting. A story by James Wan and directed by James Wan after all this time. So yeah, definitely interesting, and looking forward to it in 2020. Set release date right now is August 14th. Now, some of these, just like disclaimer, might be pushed.
Yes.
We just don't know. Yeah, we just don't know. But this is just as the information that we have here now is what it seems like these movies are coming out in 2020. Okay, moving on to the last one. This one's interesting, and I just threw this in here at the end because, I mean, Edgar Wright. I mean, how can you not? So Last Night in Soho, it says is an upcoming psychological horror film directed by Edgar Wright. So if you guys know Edgar Wright, he's like very well known for like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. And he has a very like unique style to his movies. Baby Driver, very like he's like the guy that pretty much invented the whip pan transition. Like he's like very well known for like his style of filmmaking. So it's going to be very like interesting to see him come to a psychological horror film, because his style has been very like comedy. Like Shaun of the Dead's like a horror comedy. Baby Driver's like kind of it's a lot of action, but it does have comical elements to it. Hot Fuzz, very comical, but still has action and horror elements to it. So I don't know if this is going to be his like serious take on a horror film, because I mean we saw that with Kevin Smith too. I don't know if you ever saw Tusk.
No, I never saw Tusk. No.
So like Kevin Smith's been known for like Mallrats, Clerks, you know, all of his like comical movies, and then came out and did like a psychological horror with Tusk, and I loved it. I just ate it all up. So another one of my favorite directors with that kind of similar quirky style is now hopefully jumping into a very serious psychological horror.
Interesting. No, yeah, this looks very interesting. I like his movies, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, and I think I'm related to him. Don't know. We got the same last name, so
I'm
gonna have to do that ancestry thing or whatever, that 23andMe. Be like, hey, I want to be in a movie.
Tell them to hook it up.
I know. So yeah, that was our 8 films that we are looking forward to seeing in 2020, hopefully.
Yes.
Just seeing how they all go.
But yeah, hopefully this can give you guys something to look forward to for the end of the year as these movies get closer and closer to coming out, and who knows how they're gonna come out, you know what I mean? Because now they're doing all the VOD stuff in some areas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some of these might be like kind of like early release on there or something, you think?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that's something we'll have to talk about if it gets reported on, but yeah,
right.
We'll see.
And you know how Universal's like, we're going to try to release it on both platforms. So we'll see how this all goes. I mean, The Purge 5, that's a Universal property, so they might, because this is July 10th, so that's kind of coming close.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting to see. Let us know what you guys think. Is there any movies that we missed that you guys are looking forward to in 2020? Yeah, let us know down below, and hit that subscribe button if you're into like horror content, because that's what we're going to be pushing on here, right, Turtle Dan?
Yep, that's all we're going to talk about on here.
All right, guys, we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Take care.
Perfect.